Hello everyone and welcome back to Stationeers. Okay then, so I have looked at the hydroponic station and no, it does not actually elevate if the slots are all planted. I also took a look at the setting function on it. It does absolutely nothing, so the only way to turn the grow light on and off is to turn the entire bed on and off. But you know, I expected to have to turn it on to maybe sprinkle the water or something, but no, it does work just fine without it. So yeah, I misremembered something, but you know what? I don't think we'll use this anyways, because the footprint is too big and the power consumption of the grow light is more than these. So this one only covers 4 plants, these cover a lot more for less power, and that is the reason why we will not use these. So there is that. Also, okay, this one has seeded, good. I will quickly stash away the seeds there, and might as well harvest. So anyways, with that out of the way, I will replant. So with that out of the way, I think what today we will do is maybe start preparing for rocketry. Yes, I think the best way of actually dealing with certain gases in the new base would be with rockets. And for that one, we need to prepare. So the first thing we need to do is make some room in front of these windows, because I think this base will be turned into a rocketry station. Basically, I don't think we have enough room around the new base, but I still don't want to dismantle this one, so we will use this place for the rocketry. And as I've said, I would like to use these windows as maybe a lookout for the actual launch and stuff like that. So for that one, we need to move the solar panels. Well, they should have been moved up to the roof for a long time ago anyway, so might as well take care of it now. Okay then, so you need to be moved, because we need to have cabling on the roof now, so this one will be in the way. So first things first, this one pick up, and you will need to be, I suppose, here from now on. It's fine. And there we go. I will sort this one out. I think this one might lose the assignment, but well, we do not set safeties on this code, so this one will operate just fine. There, we need to have these pipes here, so don't move them. Other than that, I think we are good to go. Right. Okay, I will first go to the new base, because I think we might want to drop down some of the stuff so we can have some room in the inventory, and then we will come back and get to work. You know what? Since we are here, we might as well make the rocketry crafting station. I believe it will come out of the auto lathe as everything else, so we need the rocketry, there we go. Iron, gold, copper. It is pretty easy, but the easy part is the crafting station. The hard part will be the actual crafting. Obviously, I have been testing this, and oh geez, that's going to be quite expensive. Anyways, there's the gold, so there and there. Okay, you are closed now, you can turn off. And let's make this one real quick. Right. I think I will put this one right next to the tool manufactory. Obviously, we don't need to have two tool manufactories, a single one will do. The same goes for the rocketry. The other ones, we might benefit from having 2 of them. But anyways, electrical stuff can go in here. Great. The tools will go in here. There, I suppose the battery can be left here. We're not going to use it. Although, you know what, it will go down into the charger. And everything else we will need. Alright. Okay, so you are I don't want to leave it, although I suppose it's not going to hurt. It's fine. Yeah, let's just go back. Okay then, I think I will deal with the cabling first and then I will move these guys. I think that would make more sense. Now, obviously I have rewritten the code and now we will have a bit of a change. Basically, these guys are facing the same way, so they are set up exactly the same. But now it's going to be a bit different. But first, we need to pick this one up as well. There. Okay. So, this stuff will be on the roof. I think we can have the APC here. And for that one, we need to pick up some cabling inside. I suppose we can have the APC on the inside. We don't have to have it on the outside. Yeah, it's fine. So, we need to take all this back. This one can stay here. We have the APC there. That's fine. You guys can merge. So APC will be here and in this direction, because this one will power the housing. Then you need to open there. Battery can go back, turn on there, and we can close. Good. Okay, now the housing. The housing will be this one, but obviously with data on this side. It will only receive power on this side and data will go out this way. Okay, I will put back the chip for now. I will override the code in a second. As for the sensor, I suppose the sensor can go right here. Although, wait. On this one... Yeah, I think it has to be on this side. If not, then we can move it, it's fine. Oh, no, wait. The way the code works, it has to be on this side. Right. I suppose you can be here. Yeah, that will do. Okay, and now we just need to cable everything and move these guys up here. Okay, let's start with them and then we can take care of the rest. So what do we need to disassemble them? Angle grinder. And this time we are going to use the regular version, not this version with the power and data on the opposite sides. This one will have the combined output facing together. And that means that these guys will be, well, I will walk you through the code once we get to it, but as you can see, they are now facing the opposite way, so I had to do a little bit of trickery on the code, but yeah, it's nothing all that complicated. It's pretty easy. So anyways, there, basically we are just going to use different names for the different directions and use those to differentiate between the two different directions. That will do, and now we can pick up the cabling. There we go. So now this place is clean. Next up, we need to wire them up. So let's take care of that one first and then we can hook things together. Start on this side so we can start generating power as soon as we are able. Okay, so but technically speaking, we are generating power, and yes, we are. Okay, now we need to sort out the actual tracking. So, as I've said, I have changed the code already. So let's go ahead and load it. You can come out, edit, library, and we need the solar tracking code, load. Right, pause. So, the only change I made is that now we have two directions to take care of, and we have, technically speaking, both the heavy and the regular kind of solar panels, but, well, on Vulcan we only really need to worry about the heavy ones anyways, but you know what, just in case we want to use this one on another planet, it is available. Anyways, other than that, the first direction is basically the same as it was before. On the other direction, we just need to turn them around on the horizontal axis 180 degrees, and that's it. Everything else is pretty much the same. Oh, right, and now we are loading from a sensor as a batch loading, because, you know, we only really need to have one sensor on the system anyway, so we don't need to assign it to any of the devices. It's fine. So confirm, export, you can go back, start, and now we need to name these, because obviously different directions have different names, and we are dealing with the assignments in the code with names. So this is going to be solar 1, copy the name, there, that's it, and this side is solar 2. Also copy the name, solar 2, there and there, and as far as I can tell, it should be okay now. There, and it should stop at 100%. And there we go. Perfect. We are tracking. Are you okay on this side? Yes, you are. Okay, so we are back to normal. In fact, we are better off than we were at normal, because now we can take power at sundown as well, or black hole down. So anyways, turn off the labeler, and we might as well eat and drink. There, and the other soybean should be grown up at this point, or seeded at least. You see, this one, yeah, seeded, good. Replant from the plant and stash away the seed. Yes, I know I should have planted from the seed into the hydroponic station, but whatever. It's fine. Close, mix some oil, and that will do. Okay, by the way, we have 4 milliliters. No, wait, there's more. Okay, we have enough for one more French fries, and since we just ran out, we need to harvest 1 plant. Oh wait, that was not fully grown. That's fine, just replant this seed. Okay then, let's cook this one real quick. There we go. So now we are good on food as well. So, about the rest, I think before we get started on Rocketry, we might want to take care of the fuel supply. And that is going to be a whole other can of worms. Well, there's no point doing Rocketry without fuel, I suppose. And I think we can do it right here in front of these windows. Yeah, I know the placement is not the most ideal. We might want to mix combustible fuels far away from the base, but we only have oxygen supply right here. And if we want to move farther away, we would have to place down a lot of piping, and you know what? I think we are going to be okay. If it blows up, it will blow up, whatever. But if you're careful, it should be okay. So, right, we need to go to the new base and print some stuff, right? Just when we move the printing to the new base, we are back to placing stuff in the old base. Great. Anyways, not much we can do about that. So we need to print out a lot of stuff. Oh, let me see. We will need at least 1 tank so we can store a lot of fuel, 1 filtration for the volatiles, then we can take oxygen from the main pipe, then this time I think I will deal with the mixing without using the mixer. If we are going to have a script dealing with the mixing, it's going to be a bit more precise, I think. So, right, first things first. Stash away. Yeah, I suppose we don't need to have this many small cables on us. If we have to, we can pick these up. For this one, we will not need heavy cables. The batteries, I will try to remember to put them into the charger. And we don't need these right now. I mean the frames and the steel sheets, but this one. Alright, we need to have a frame under it. So you will need to go here. And the Rocketry station will go right here. Right. I will build it eventually, it's fine. Although I think the first step is with the steel sheets, right? There. Yeah. And then the cable coils. There. And elastic sheets, right? Okay, I will deal with those later. For now, it's okay. Right. Let's just pick up a bit more cabling and we can stash away. Right, so what do we need? We will need one tank, as I said, for the storage. So let's start with that one. 75 grams of silicon. It is running a bit low, so we might need to go and pick some up, but it's fine. And there we go. Inside the tank we need some copper as well, which is right here. I suspect we will need all this, so might as well take them. So there, and the copper, and you can close. Right, so we need one of these for sure. And then, if we are going to use not a mixer, then we might want to have turbo pumps for mixing. So we will need at least 2 volume pumps. So one of these, sorry, 2 of these. Right, there, we can get started on these, and we will need 1 filtration unit as well. So there, 1 Atmo unit. There, for that one we need some piping, that's fine. And we will need, if we are going to use the same setup we had for the other filtration, we will need 1 active vent. This one will print for a long time. That's fine. Okay, there it is. So, 1 of these, and we will need 1 liquid drain. And just search for drain. 1 of these. Great. And then a couple of utility kits might come in handy as well. Yeah, I think so. Utility kits, because we want to have plenty of storage space for the filtered volatiles. So right, I think I will print out 3 of them. Now that we have the new triple inline tanks, we might as well take advantage. So we will have plenty of storage. There, that's the liquid drain. After this one, 1 more. And then what else we need? We can read everything we need from the tank, I suppose. Although, no wait, I think to be more precise, we might want to have an analyzer. Yes, I think so. So for that one, we need electrum. Unfortunately, the exchange between the pipe network and the tank is on a delay. Basically, we need to wait 1 tick for them to equalize, and if we are going to read straight from the pipe, that might be a bit more precise. So I think we will do that one. So there is that. Now, let me see if I can visualize. We will have atmospherics unit, active vent going into a piece of piping with the liquid drain, so we can drain off the liquidized pollutants. we are only interested in the volatiles. Then it will go into the inline tanks, and then we will have the mixing pump, and we will have plenty of piping coming in from the oxygen side. Then we will have the analyzer on the output pump where we are done mixing, and that one will go into the tank. Yeah, I think that will do. Okay, we need one IC10 chip as well, because obviously I want to automate all this. So IC10, gold, steel, electrum, solder, right? Anything solder is here. Everything else is in the pipe bender. So you need to empty out anything else, apart from a lot of piping. So we need steel. Okay, I will split the steel, but first put everything else we need. What was it? I believe gold or something. Let's check. Yeah, gold, but that's fine. And I will split the steel real quick. So we have 339. Let's just have, I don't know, 200. Sure. So you go ahead and split there. One of them will go in here, and we can start printing the chip, but only one of them will do. We don't need the housing. We can put this one into the what's it called? The atmospherics unit. Now we can go back to 500, and these two will start printing some piping. Right, so pipes, please. Oh, okay, we have only 42 grams. Well, that's not great. To be on the safe side, I think I will print out maybe 2 stacks, because we have to bring in the oxygen, so that's going to be a long way. Other than that, I think it's fine. Okay, so there's a chip, and now we just need the piping. Well, we will need to wait for it. Not much we can do. Okay, then anything else? Oh, right, volatiles filtering. Obviously, we need a filter to separate out the volatiles. Yeah, it can go in the suit for now. It's fine. And oh, right, we need one of these pipe cowls so we can vent off the unfiltered output from the filter. Don't forget. What else? I think this 5 regular piping will be enough. We will need, let me see, 1, 2, 3 on the input for the filter and 1 for the output, so that's enough. Oh no, wait, we need 1 more because we actually need some for the there it is. Good. We will need 1 for the sorry, 2 of them for building the atmospherics unit. Right. Now as for you, let's just go for 2 stacks to be on the safe side. After that we can print out a single regular pipe. Although I suppose we can just pick one up from here. It's fine. We have plenty of circulation in the base. So yeah, you can come with us, you can drop, you can come up, and you will merge with that one and you can come with us. Okay, just only print out 19 of these and we can merge it with the one we have in our hands. Okay, so 2 stacks of piping, in supposedly enough regular piping. As far as I can tell, everything should be fine. So let's just turn off everything, even though the base has plenty of power, but still, best practices. And I think we can go. Right. Do we want to make a pit stop in the old base? Also go all the way down. The suit is okay. We might want to, yeah, you know what? Let's print that 1 more voltage filter. Even though I don't really know where I will put it. I suppose we can leave the mining backpack in the elevator. should be fine. There. So let's bring that one more volatiles filter, just to be on the safe side. So volatiles, medium, silver and constantan. So the silver and constantan. Yeah, one of these will do. This is a regular filter. Oh, right, we can put it into the suit. That's fine then. So we can pick up the mining backpack. One will do. Yeah, you can turn off. So this one will go in the suit and you can come in our hand. Okay, let's go downstairs. And don't forget to put the battery into the charger. Right, now that I think of it, I suppose we could have made some room with this one, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, the black hole is coming up, but you know what? We are next to the base anyways, so we can easily just quickly step inside, vent, and come outside. Now, as for this one, let's start with the filtering. So atmospherics unit, switch out this one. You will need to be a filter, and yeah, I suppose here will do. Sure. Active vent will go right here. Good, venting in. Then we need to have preferably not white colored ones, because white is for oxygen. So you go back in the inventory. Let me say this one, pick this one up, merge these together. There we go. And now you can go back. Good. Okay. So don't color pipes white if they are not going to contain oxygen. So there is that. And this cowl will go right here. This one doesn't need to be insulated, it's okay. There, and where is the wrench? There you are. Good, and one step up so we can put on the liquid drain. So liquid drain, this one, that will do. And now we have 3 of them. There. Did I miscalculate, or it's fine, doesn't matter. So there it is. We need a bit of cabling with the screwdriver, I believe. Yes. Good. The filters can go in. There. And we will need the code there. I think I will write the code live on air. It's fine. Now, as for the output, we have the unfiltered output, unfiltered input. That's great. We will need to have a T-junction here, and it will have the 3-length inline tank on top of it. So this will give us plenty of room for filtered volatiles, although I suppose we might want to have more than this, but it's okay. Then we will actually deal with the mixing with these volume pumps. The mixing will be dealt with code. So there they are. And right, we will need to have a corner piece here and here, and they will meet right here in the middle. There, we will need to have a straight piece here so we can put down the analyzer. And there, doesn't matter which direction, as long as it's facing up, that will do perfectly fine. And we need to have the tank. Right. That will do. Although, yeah, let's just have it in the middle of that frame, simply for aesthetic reasons and nothing else. So there instead. And there. Okay, as far as I can tell, this side is good to go. Now we just need to bring in the oxygen. Okay then, Let's go for it. Let me see. Wrench. We need to pick up a piece of white piping, which we can do from there, I guess. There, merge them together like so, and we can make a T-junction. And we need to make a turn right here-ish. Okay, that looks like a triple. Yeah, perfect. And now we can make a very long piece of pipe. Ah, perfect. A 10 and a 5 and a couple of corner pieces. There we go. Okay, now we can wire everything up, but I think I would like to have this one on a separate network. That will make dealing with the code a bit easier, I think. I believe we do have an APC in the new base. Let's take a look. Also, I just remember that the regular piping requires only half a gram of iron. Let me take a look. It's fine. Okay, we might have printed out 2 of them. Whatever. So anyways, we should have an APC. There you are. We are going to use this one to separate out the networks. And that will do. Right, let's go back. And we can do the rest on the inside. Oh, no, wait. We need to wire things up. Okay, let's deal with that one first, and then we can go inside. So we don't need to wire up the tank. We can read everything from the analyzer. And that's going to be a bit more accurate, I think. Also, to make the cabling a bit easier, I think this one needs to turn around. So you will be facing this way instead. So we can hook into it right here. I think the rest we can deal with from the inside. Okay, you can turn on. The rest I will keep off. Okay, let's go inside and vent out the waste because it is already full on one tank. So yeah. Also, we need to take a look at the soybeans anyways. So open sesame and take care of the waste tanks real quick. So open, and close the one in the inventory, and the rest is fine. So there. What about the soybeans? They are still very much growing. That's fine. Okay, and now we need to hook up the power. As I said, I would like to separate them out into a separate network, so you can go right like this, but on this, in this direction. Let me see. No, wait. Like this, but in this direction. Yeah. Okay, let's deal with the cabling. There. And now we just need to open it and turn it on. And this one will be fed from the station batteries. It will not have a built-in battery, it's fine. So, right. This place now has power. It is ready for automation. Right, let's go for it. So, laptop out. There. Chip goes in. Import should be empty. It is. Good. And pause. So, what devices do we need? Define. We will need the volume pumps. So, volume pumps, there you are. We need a couple of these. Although, you know what? Tell you what, confirm. I think I will operate the oxygen input manually, and only the voltage will be operated with automation. So basically, we will always make sure that the temperatures will be kept in check by only introducing cold first and only put in the hot gases after it. Oh right, speaking of hot gases, we need to control the input temperatures, and for that one we need to have a gas sensor. Okay, let me see. Gas sensor, anything else that I forgot? No, as far as I can tell. Right. You know what, might as well eat now. So there, drink, and then we can go and pick up a gas sensor real quick. That will do. Also, at this point, I think the furnace can turn off. The hot tank should be refilled at this point. Please tell me we have everything in here. Gold, copper. No, we don't have the iron. We do need the iron for the sensor, right? Double check before we do anything else. So sensor. Yeah, we need the iron. That's fine. It's right here. Also turn on to empty out. Oh yeah, by the way, now the gas sensors can be painted. This is why it is white coming out of the printer. Anyways, the suit is fine. Yeah, we can strip down. Don't lose the cleanliness. And we can get started on the code in earnest now. So, there, edit and pause. So, we need the volume pumps for sure. At least one of them. So define vol pump, and well, it is a double name because it's not just a volume pump, it is also going to be the volatile pump. Then we need, I suppose, the sensor. So gas sensor, this one, copy the code. Also first the name, so gas sensor. Then define, we will need the atmospherics unit, so filtration, this guy, what else, analyzer, good, what else, that one, the active vent, and I think that's it. Right, so the active vent, and I think we have the devices taken care of. So define vent, vent active, no, that's a passive. Where is it? Kit, but not the kit, but the actual device there. Okay, so I think we have the devices. Right, we can get started on the code. So start. I think this is the second code that I am coding live on air, apart from the time lapses, but whatever. So at the start, you know what? Yeah, let's start at the very beginning. So load from the, alright, load batch from the gas sensor, but we need the code as well. There, we need to have the temperature, and we can just load the sum, it's fine. And we need to make sure that we only take stuff in if it's cold enough. So set less than R0, and I think the 130 degrees Celsius is 403 degrees Kelvin. So right, if R0, alright, we need to have a, what should I call it, a register as well. So R0, and no, we don't need to have the hash because it is right here. Okay, that's fine. So register, device hash, logic type, and then the batch mode. Okay, that's fine. So overwrite R0 if the original R0 is less than 403. and use that to turn on the active vent. So set patch vent on or 0. There. Oh, right, and we need to have a yield at the start. Right, so that will take care of the filtration input. As for the filtration unit, load into R0, we can actually recycle this now. So into R0 from the filtration unit, we need the pressure input, I believe. Yeah, we can load the sum, that's fine. If it is greater than 0, then take the filtration unit out of idling. So set greater than 0. Yeah, if it is greater than 0, you can turn on. So override R0 if R0 is greater than 0. Yes, and use that to set the mode on the filtration. So set batch filtration. There, the mode, not the on-off. So there. Good, because don't forget the filtration unit will contain the script, so it needs to be on all the time. You just need to make sure it is set to idle if it doesn't have to run. But if it has anything on the input, run it. Oh, right. And we need to make sure we are not going to overpressurize the output as well. So here, there, load the pressure output. The output is the filtered output. Output 2 would be the unfiltered output, I believe. So there. And this one will be R1, obviously. So set greater than 0, that's fine. And set, yeah, this one needs to be set less than. So if R1 is less than, let's say, 45 megapascals, then set R1 to be 1, and only set R0 to be 1 if both of them are true. So override R0 if the original R0 and the original R1 are set to 1. And that should do it. So right, we will only filter if we have anything on the input and only if the output pressure is below 45 megapascals. So right, I think the filtration is good to go. Confirm. What's next? I think it's now just the mixing itself. Right, okay. Edit, pause. Here, load into R0, we can recycle. From the analyzer, we need to have the ratio of volatiles. So I believe it is ratio volatiles, that's it. Just load the sum, it's fine, it's a single device. And, oh right, and we need to make sure we are not going to overpressurize either. Right. Although, I think I will make sure to only take in enough oxygen, but you know what? Let's make it extra sure. So, also load the pressure from the analyzer. So, pressure into R1, obviously. And, let me see. We only want to turn on the volatiles pump if the ratio is less than. So don't forget, needs to have the, technically speaking, the ratio should be 2 to 1 with 2 volatiles and 1 oxygen. So 66% should be okay. So set less than if R0 is less than, I believe this one will be the 1 would be 100%, 0 is 0%, so I think we need to have it 0.66. This one will be 66%, but let's make it extra sure. Let's go for this much. So we are extra precise. So that takes care of R0. And then the same, I think, can go for the pressure that we had before. And if both of them are true, then set R0 to be true. And that will decide whether or not we turn on the volatiles pump. Right. So set batch, vol pump, and oh wait. Okay, I discovered a potential issue. I will deal with it in a second. For now, on R0 and then jump to the start, but we are only loading the hash code for the volume pumps, which means this would operate the oxygen input as well. And that's exactly not what we want. So, let me see. For this one, we need to deal with names to be extra precise. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Just take out the labeler, go outside. Oh, right. Quick, quick, quick. Okay, that was close. Okay, you come with us, and I think we can turn on the filtering now. Yeah, we don't have to go inside now to finish this. So this one will be the vol pump. It's fine, but this is a correct actual name, so capital V. Good. This one, edit and pause. I want to make sure that we finish this night so we can actually test it. So that's fine. So right, we need to make sure that we are only going to operate the named one. So SBN, set batch name, and this is going to be the hash code, and now we need to have the hash name. So hash that, and this is going to be the vol pump. So only operate the volume pump named vol pump, no one else. Right, I think this will do. Confirm. So right now, right, and don't forget to actually take out the code and overwrite it. So export, the chip is overwritten, good, you can go in. So right, it is mixing, filtering of the volatiles, but it is not mixing because there is no oxygen in here, so there is no ratio of volatiles basically, although it did input a little bit, but that's fine. It is 100%, that's more than 66%, so it is not operating exactly. Anyways, you know what, let's just have these at 10 liters so it is as fast as possible. So you are filling, you should turn off at 45 megapascals. That's fine. And you are, you should turn off if we don't have anything in this pipe, but it should have something in here all the time anyways, but whatever, it's okay. All right, and now, if I put some oxygen in here, then this should turn on. So put oxygen in here, exactly. And as soon as it, perfect, okay. It is overfilling a little bit because the volumes are not exactly high yet, but basically the more volume we have, more pressure we have in here, the more precise the mixing will be. I suppose we could control the amount of stuff going in based on the how close we are to the actual target pressures, but you know what, it's fine. So anyways, we have a nice combustible mixture of volatiles and oxygen. This is going to be our rocket fuel, and I suppose we can use this one to trade away as well, but it's fine. Okay then, and since we are only taking in cold volatiles and we inputting the cold oxygen first, the mix is, I don't know what the ignition temperature of volatiles is. No, it doesn't say. I do believe it is well above 100 degrees. Because, you know, we have been venting out oxygen from time to time and it never ignited the outside at night. So I think even 127 degrees Celsius would be fine. But it is well below that, so it's okay. Anyways, you know what? Let's just keep mixing some fuel. We will need a lot of it. Anyways, I think this will do for fuel mixing. Okay, let's just pick up these and don't want to overmix. Let me see. We have... I think I will stop at 4 megapascals on the oxygen pipe. I think that should give us plenty of fuel mix. Right? And then I will stop. And I think before we say goodbye for this episode, I will quickly level down the terrain for the actual landing pad. Or not the landing pad, but the rocket pad. Also, you can stop inputting oxygen. That's fine. And this one should turn off as soon as it reaches 66.66666% of volatiles. Okay, yeah. That will do for now. Although I don't know if this is going to be enough. If not, we can mix more. It's fine. Okay, let me quickly pick these up and then I will level down the terrain and I think after that we can say goodbye. But first, these guys are no longer needed. Okay, I think I might have gone a bit overboard, but it's fine. Also, we do have this old mining pit here. I think we might as well use this one as the blast whatever under the actual landing pad. Now, before we go, I know that printing out the actual foundation for the landing pad will require a lot of time. So you know what, let's get started on that one in this episode and we will finish it up in the next one. So we might as well finish up the actual, the crafting station. So I do believe we need plastic sheets for that one. And the silicon is right here, 3 grams, oh geez. Okay, we need to go out and mine as well, but next episode. In fact, I think we will you know what, we'll get started on the mining in this one. Anyways, plastic. We will get started on the mining in this episode. We will say goodbye mid-mining and we'll pick things up basically middle of the mining expedition. For now, this is done. Empty out there, and the welding torch. So there, and screwdriver. Right, so the only thing different was the steel sheets. Okay, you can go there. And we will need a lot of steel sheets for this one, so might as well pick those up. You can go there, you can go there. Right, do we have any more steel frames? Yes, we do. Right, and from here, and we don't need anything else. Right, let's wire the crafting station up, and then we'll go out and start mining for silicon. And there we go. We have a fully functional Rocketry printing station. Okay, so the first thing we will need is a... where is it? Not the access bridge, but the launch mount. 60 steel. That's a lot. But nobody said this is going to be cheap. But it will pay in droves. So let's get started on this one, and this one will print for a very long time. But we only need one, so there. Now we will only print one. Okay, so as I've said, let me take a look. The suit is fine. We can go out. Also, all the way down. Mining drill in hand. It is... no, that's the terrain manipulator. So mining drill in hand. Battery is fine. Sensor glasses on. And we are off. So, as I said, we'll say goodbye now and pick things up in the next episode. For now, all that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.